Hey y'all, Samantha here. So I'm posting 2 videos today, and these are just real informal, recorded on my phone. The first one was about the Bromance Book Club, a frivolous summer read that I finished. This is the second one, and it's going to be about a book called The Golden Key by Marian Womack. So this book took me a little while to get through, but I do think it is pretty fantastic. I like the way that it was written, so I want to share it a little bit with you guys. Um, this is wonky as hell. That is the only way that I can describe it, is wonky as hell. So there are not really a lot of time jumps or anything like that in this book, but they do jump back and forth between characters, so you have to keep track of quite a few characters for a basic book that's pretty small. I mean, this is a very small book, very thin book, and you'd have to keep track of a lot of characters for that, for only being, like 300 pages. Not Game of Thrones level of characters, but still, nonetheless, quite a few. Um, they don't really explain what's going on until you get to the last couple chapters. So it's very much like, ooh, is this real? Is this not real? Is this a dream? Does this character know what's going on in this other part of the storyline that they're part of? Back and forth. I really liked the fact that I had to think to understand everything that was going on in this book, and I had a few guesses about where it was going. Some of them were right on point, and some of them were not so much. So that's another thing that I find fun. I like not knowing exactly where something is going and being a little surprised. It is written in the world of supernatural beings, but not in the way that most supernatural books are now. So it's not vampires and werewolves. This is about, like, let's say the Fae world and the real world. So this is a book that's basically set in London. Queen Victoria dies, and a whole bunch of seances are held. And you think at the beginning it's kind of about those seances being held and if they're real or not, and a few of the spiritual groups in the area. And then it turns out it is definitely not about that. It is about an alternate world, a Fae world, how it interacts with our own. And I won't give probably any more details past that because I don't want to give too much away. There's a couple characters that I wasn't sure where they were going with them, and at the end when I found out, I was like, oh, good twist. Very good twist. Kind of reminds me of the Amazon Hunters series that I watched recently. If you've seen that in the last episode, big twist. Pretty crazy. So if you, again, want a small read that's just going to take you a little bit longer, you really want to think about it, but you don't want to get a big book, this is what I would recommend. It is The Golden Key, Marian Womack. Cute book, definitely worth picking up. It'll keep your brain going around in circles for a little while and keep you busy. So if you guys have read this book and you really liked it, or if you disliked it, please share a comment below. Let me know what you thought. And if you're thinking about reading it, come back, let me know what you think when you're done. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this book, especially because it was pretty far out there for me. If you have read it, let me know what you thought of the ending. Did you think they really closed things off or not? So yeah, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and stay safe during this whole coronavirus thing. Don't forget to wash your hands. I will see you guys soon. Thanks.